Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back to my channel. I am your host, Honey Covered Roses. Thank you for joining me on this lovely self-care Saturday. Today we're going to be jumping into caregiving and self-care. Caregiving and self-care. We're going to bring them together. 5 tips that are going to help you structure your life. Oftentimes we find ourselves in situations caring for loved ones who have conditions that have disabling effects, such as Alzheimer's, dementia, stroke history, Parkinson's disease, things that really can impact their activities of daily living, the way they do things for themselves or are unable to do things for themselves. So these are 5 tips that are going to help you structure your life when you find yourself in these challenging situations. Stay tuned. Tip number 1 will be balancing work. So, although you may find yourself in the caregiving position for a loved one, maybe you're the sole income provider for your household and you still need to support your family somehow. So, if you work outside of the home, it would be beneficial for you to look into caregiving services outside of the home. Services that your loved one's insurance may be able to assist with in paying for this caregiving need, whether they need assistance with meal preparation, meal administration, medication administration, showering, toileting, eating, dressing, any of those things that we do on a normal day-to-day basis. You might want to look into some outside services. Try your best to utilize resources like social workers, nurses, community outreaching associations that provide certain services for elders or people with disabilities, because not only elders have disabilities, as we all know. So whatever group your loved one may fit into, I would advise you to look into certain grants that are provided for certain types of disabilities, and also utilizing those people who have the ability to access those resources. Your nurses, your social workers, your case managers, patient advocates. You want to make sure that you gather as many of those resources as possible. And on the flip side, if you're working from your home, you still could use those same services, or you could work from home, structure a routine for your loved one, get them on a schedule for day-to-day things, and make sure you designate a private workspace where you will be free of distractions at best, where you can get the most work done. Once you get that squared away, you may be able to breathe a little bit easier. Coming in at number 2, you're going to want to establish a routine with your loved one and with any services that your loved one is being provided. So any people coming in to provide a service, you want to make sure that they know your loved one the best that they can. You want to give them information, make sure that you're introducing your loved one to them, especially if they have dementia. You want them to become as familiar as possible with people who are going to providing care for your loved one. So establish a good routine, get them on a schedule, daily, monthly, weekly, however that schedule needs to go. You just make sure that you stay consistent. Things like showers, medications, things that need to be done on a daily or bi-weekly basis, however you set things up or however it's supposed to go for your loved one. Stay consistent. Try to stick with the same time every day that you do certain things, especially if they have confusing conditions. You want to make sure they're getting adequate sleep. So you want to develop that sleep schedule, that napping schedule. whatever your loved one needs to support their highest level of functioning, you want to make sure that that routine is optimal for them and also realistic for you. So make sure that not only you have their routine, but your routine. You still need to shower, eat, sleep, take care of your basic needs. I would also say that having those routines can bring stability to your loved one and help you manage your caregiving responsibilities effectively. Coming in at number 3, the most time-consuming thing that I think I spend doing is meal prepping. Meal prepping and planning. Okay. Meal planning. What I did for my loved one to plan their meals was go based off of their diagnosis. Since I'm a nurse, I do tend to look at the history. I tend to look at things that are good for this person and that they need within their diet based off of their medical history, and things that I've researched that have been beneficial in helping with these type of problems to help this person function at his most optimum level. So if it is said that red bell peppers are great for kidney health, if you have a history of kidney issues, especially red bell peppers for replacing certain nutrients after maybe dialysis or something like that, I'll incorporate that into the meal. If there's a need for red blood cells, say that there is a low iron level, I might make more chicken on the bone for this person than turkey meat, which has less red blood cells but is a healthier type of meat over beef. So maybe with a history of heart problems, I don't want to go beef. I want to go turkey. I want to go chicken. I want to go fish. I want to go those things that assist in not having those arteries be so clogged, while providing a variety for my loved one, a variety of foods for my loved one, and food options. So I start with a menu. I say what I want to cook. Then I get the ingredients going about what is going to go into that meal, and it goes on a menu in a binder. So my brother has it right now. He's taking care of this loved one for us right now, and he has the binder. I've provided meal choices. Him and his wife have come up with wonderful meal substitutes and choices as well, and they just go in the binder to help us all keep track of things that this person loves and enjoys to eat, while also providing the vital nutrients that they need to succeed. With that being said, you can prepare meals for a certain period of time that's going to help you have more time for other things, help you in your time management. So you don't want to be cooking every day, all day, 6 hours, and you have other things to do: cleaning, showering yourself, going to the grocery store, watching a movie, laying down doing nothing. I don't know. Whatever you have to do in the day, you don't want to spend it all cooking. And cooking can be time consuming, especially for a loved one with significant health conditions. So get that planned out. Set a day out of the week that you're going to do all the cooking for a week, or set 2 days out that you're going to do it for a stretch of 2 weeks, or however you want to break that down, whatever that looks like to you. Maybe you want to make 3, 4, 5 meals in a day. I don't know. It'll be up to you, however you want to run your own show. So I'd say that is one of the biggest things, is the meals. You don't want that person being hungry while you're waiting. Things happen, they come up, especially if you have others that you're caring for in your family, maybe a husband, kids, I don't know. Maybe it's just you and that loved one you're taking care of, but either way, you want to free up that time, and meal planning and prepping helps, trust me. And Coming in at number 4 is going to be family time, socializing. So, outside of all of the tedious tasks, you want to make sure that you're setting aside time for fun. Yes, a lot of things have to get done in the day, the week, the month. Sometimes it feels so hard to breathe. Before you know it, you're running around looking like a troll, smelling like a hot salami on a 101-degree summer day. So you want to make sure that you're still carving out time for fun, social activities. Now, making good use of those outside caregiving services can assist you in socializing with those other members of your family who are not experiencing a disability. So you might want to go do something fun. Save those hours that you have for the caregiving for time that you and your family might want to go see a movie, go to a play. Maybe you want to take a trip to the beach for the day. And also consider taking that caregiver with you so that your loved one can go too, and all of you guys can experience the social fun together. Going out to dinner, you can bring the caregiver along, or you don't have to bring the caregiver. If you can handle it and you see that everybody needs a little social time and you can stand it, then you just go out with your family, your disabled family member as well, and you guys go do whatever it is that is an achievable, realistic thing for you to do. So if you know your loved one is not going to be able to stand being in large crowds out at places, then you want to avoid large crowds. Maybe there's a park you guys can go to. Maybe there's a dog park. There's just things that you would have to specifically look at for the needs of that individual and the needs of your family and yourself as well. So that is my number 4, family time, socializing, fun. Make sure you guys are still having fun. Theme parks. I know those are crowded spaces, but if your loved one loves theme parks, take them. I know this summer we ended up taking this individual on a drive. We drove from California to Alabama, and I've said it in previous videos, but we did it. This was not easy. It was definitely a family effort. It was a social thing, but it was fun. It was invigorating. I encourage everybody to do it. Do whatever it is that you guys think is good for your loved one, yourself. Carve that time out, make those plans, make sure you prepare well in advance. Give yourself some leeway with having plan A, plan B, plan C, whatever it is you need to have those backup plans, and just to have that extra margin of space in case anything happens or doesn't go according to plan. Life doesn't always go according to the way we plan it. Sometimes we just have to learn to accept things as they happen and as we go. And you've got to be okay with it. At least you're trying. Don't beat yourself up along the way. Number 5. Number 5 is the most important one of all. Number 5. Okay? Alone time. Me time. You need alone time. You need me time. You need time alone with yourself and whatever it is that you want to do in that alone time with yourself. If you're male, maybe that's going to the barber shop, getting yourself all cleaned up, feeling good. Maybe it's taking a trip to the mall or a little shopping trip. Maybe you need to get yourself, outfit things, cologne, things that make you feel good, smell good, look good, all that stuff. If you're a woman, maybe you want to go get your mani-pedi, go get your hair done, go buy some makeup or something, go buy yourself an outfit. I don't know. Whatever it is that makes you feel like you, makes you feel good. Maybe you want to read. Maybe you want to treat yourself to a meal, or just make that time for yourself so you can think, have time to think or not think, not do anything. And again, utilize those caregiving services if you have them. If you don't have caregiving services, or caregiving services are just not an option for you and your family at this point, I would advise you to definitely look at someone else, another family member or friend, or family members, friends, for support. People that can come in and watch your loved one for a set amount of time. Could be 2-3 hours, or maybe you've done everything for the day and they just need to come and watch them sleep. Whatever it is that you need to do in order to get that me time, it's such an important part of caregiving. You cannot take care of anyone else until you learn to take care of yourself. So please, in this caregiving self-care journey, do not neglect yourself. Personal experience, I know I love to go off on these tangents, but my brother and I just took a respite. I told him, I need some time to figure things out for myself and where I want to take things in my own journey. And now that I've had that time, I'm ready to rejoin in this caregiving experience. And I've been wanting to do it for years, but now it's finally coming to fruition, which is to share how we're doing some of those things with you guys. I know I have people ask all the time how I do it. It's not just because I'm a nurse. That doesn't make me qualified. Anybody that has a willing heart and a healthy support system can make this happen. It's just my brother and myself, his wife, his daughter, my daughters, and we are literally just taking care of the person that we love. I couldn't see doing it any other way. So if this sounds like you, I hope that in some way I've helped you today to take something away from something that I've said that can help you on your journey, because it's not easy. And this, of course, is not an end-all to be-all. These are just 5 little tips that can help you structure your life. But I know for me, they've been the most meaningful. So, again, I hope that I've helped somebody today. And if you know someone that could benefit from this video, I would just ask that you share it with them, please. Like this video, comment, let me know. What are your tips for me, or what are your tips for others in the comments? Or if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. But again, thank you so much for joining Honey Covered Roses, moi, on this lovely self-care Saturday. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend and a wonderful week. Until next time, peace.